Okay, shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, good evening, Devang. Okay, please introduce yourself.
Okay. So, hi, I'm Devang Sharma from Bhopal. I am 20 years old and I have done my schooling from Hema Secondary School, Bhopal. And I'm an engineering student specialized in computer science with overall the CGPA of 7.78. I'm in 7th semester right now. So, along with my degree, I have completed some courses like Java, data structures, SQL through online platforms. I'm a consistent and a hardworking person. I'm a keen learner and I am very passionate about learning and knowing technologies. And I've also worked on some projects like web development projects. And I think that if we are good in something, then we should share it. That's why I write blogs, tech related blogs on my blog page named Developing.
Okay, good. Can you just highlight about the important projects that you have done?
Okay. So recently, I am working on a project which is COVID fighters. Actually, this project, the main important point about this project is it have a transparent. I want to have a transparent connection between the ones who are in need and the person who wants to donate in this COVID time. So, should I elaborate my project?
Yeah, yes, yes.
Huh. So, okay, so this is a website. So basically, it consisted of four options on the home page: about and contact. It's like about page, you will get information about the owner of the website, that is right now me. And in contact page, the email option and phone option. So the main important point of this web app is like donate section and need section. So suppose there's a person named XYZ, he wants to donate blood. So first he'll click on donate option. So after clicking on donate option, it will redirect to a page where three options are given for now, which is blood, plasma, and medicine. So the XYZ person wants to donate his blood. So he'll click on blood option. Then it will redirect to a page where he has to fill some details. Like mainly we want his blood group. So he'll fill details like name, blood group, city, phone number. So after clicking on submit, it will redirect to a page which is controller.java file, which is actually a servlet, and where we are taking the input from the file from JSP file into a variables like string name will store the name, int age will store the age. Then we are sending these data to a Java file which is called DAO.java. DAO is basically data access object, which is like we are connecting database to Java through a DAO layer. So this is a kind of spatial layer from which we can connect database to our Java using JDBC. So it will just store all the data to the database. Then suppose there's a person named ABC. He wants to, who is in need of blood. So he'll just go to my website, he'll click on need option, and then he'll be redirected to a page where he has to fill some basic details like his name. And then the main point here is also the blood group. So he'll just click on submit. So what will happen at the back end is we are retrieving the data like what blood group he wants. Then in an array list, we are retrieving all the data from database which contains the same blood group. Like XYZ has O positive, and ABC also wants O positive. So in an array list, we will take all the data and we will directly show that data to the people, to the person who is in need, so that there will be a transparent connection between them. There is no mediator between them. So they can directly contact and there will be no fraud or any fake kind of thing. So that is all my project is about.
Okay. And what about the security here? How secure the personal data? Because the the person means if the people they are providing their personal data, right? Their address, mobile number, and how it is secure?
Sir, actually, I am just working on it, but I am thinking of like I will add some details like Aadhaar card verification or kind of things. But about security, it will be on local database. Like it is now on my PC, so it is now secure. But if I will in future thinking of exaggerating this project, then I'll take care of it about security.
Have you deployed this project on any platform?
No, sir,
No.
not yet.
Okay.
I'm actually working on it.
Okay. Uh, so like, have you tried with some data in
Yes,
your
some
project?
test cases kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So means how much it consumes the memory and how it supports the scalability and all.
Sir, I didn't know about it, but I'll go
Okay.
through it.
Okay. So you are used Java programming language.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you tell me some features of Java?
So the most important feature that I think is it is platform independent. Like we can write code in one PC and we can run it on any OS. And one more point is like it is an OOPS language, object-oriented programming language. One,
Okay. Then what about other features like multi-threaded and all, robust?
the multi-threading I have not learned yet,
Okay.
but I
Why
know that
Java is considered as a dynamic?
dynamic.
Is it a dynamic type of language or static?
I don't know about it.
Okay. And what about the JVM machine? What it is? Java Virtual Machine.
Actually, when we write the code in our PC, then what happens is first it is converted to .class file, which is bytecode, and that code will be sent to JVM. JVM is responsible for like a runtime process. It will allocate the memory, and the whole process after compiling is JVM responsibility.
Okay. Can you tell me some keywords in the Java?
Some like final keyword,
Yeah.
static
Some.
is a keyword.
Okay.
Final static. The variables name like int,
Hmm.
float, double, and other than that, class. No, not class. I am not able to recall it.
Okay.
Uh,
And what is the default value of a byte data type in Java?
it's
Default
zero.
value. Are you sure?
Yes,
Default value is 0.
yes. Actually, I don't know exactly, to be honest.
And what about the when a byte data type is used? When we can use that byte data type?
So byte data type has limitations like 0 to 255. When we want to use, like if we want to store a data which is between 0 to 225 to 225 or something related to that, then we use it. And sometimes we use it for like storing characters also. Like if we want to initialize the string, then we can directly give byte array into a string. So it is like Unicode and it will convert it into character
Okay.
and it will stored in the string.
Okay. And can you tell me, according to Java operator precedence, which is the highest precedence? Highest precedence operator?
So we have to consider and or operators also,
Yeah.
or just mathematic.
All the you consider all the Java operator, and in that, can tell me which is the highest precedence?
Sir, I'm not sure about it, but I've read somewhere maybe and operator or operator and operator, I guess.
Do you know postfix operators?
So it's in data structures related.
No, in
Po-
Java also we, according to Java,
Postfix,
postfix. Uh, yeah.
sir, postfix. What I am getting, like what I am able to recall, postfix is something like if we have a plus b, so it's infix. So postfix will be a b plus. So for example, so is it related to that?
Yeah. Can you like like the expressions, the bracket and all?
I'm not
Okay. Okay.
able to recall
So
it.
what is the exception?
The exception is like a runtime exceptions we get. Like if we try to divide 9 by 0, then it will give us arithmetic exception. So anything, any error that we get on runtime is what we call exception in Java.
Okay. And inheritance?
Then inheritance is like there is a class name person and there's one more class names student. So person has properties name and student has properties roll number and phone number. So student will inherit the person class and all the attributes of student class is available in the child class. So this relation we called as a inheritance. So it's like is a relationship. Student is a person.
Okay. Is there any difference between a polymorphism and like encapsulation?
Uh, uh, Difference between polymorphism and
Both are same or different?
that actually both are different in many forms. Like polymorphism means poly means many, morphism means form, so many forms. So like when we talk about overriding, overloading, it is polymorphism. But if we talk about encapsulation, we are hiding the data. So maybe here we can have a difference. Like in polymorphism, we are like having the data of parent class, but in encapsulation, we try to hide the data. So it's like a difference between them.
Okay. Do you know garbage collection in Java?
Sir, I don't know much about it, but I know the basics of garbage collector.
What is this garbage collection?
Actually, what happens in Java is, like, suppose there's a reference variable of an data type which is pointing or referencing to a variable like a literal data. So if we like if the data lost its reference, then what garbage collector will do is it will automatically flush it so that memory can be free. So it will
Okay.
work as like to free the
To
memory.
free the memory. Okay.
Yes.
So what is the purpose of default constructor?
Sir, mainly the main work of constructor is to initialize the variable. So if we want to like if it is a default constructor and there int a, int b, int c in the inside the class. So if we want to particularly like we have that we have to initialize a anyhow. So what we'll do is we will have a default constructor inside that we can initialize the data so that if someone who is creating the object of that class has not written like parameterized has not used the parameterized constructor, so we can you like initialize the data of from default constructor.
Okay. So can you tell me about some the important feature of JDBC driver?
Sir, features like
JDBC. What is the JDBC driver?
sir, actually, it is a way, it is a framework by which we can connect our like Java program to database. So there are some steps. Like first, we have to import the driver. Then we have to prepare the statement. Exactly, I don't remember because while I was making project, I was also watching some tutorials. So that's why I don't know exact the steps exactly. But yeah, it was like a step by step a process. First, we have to load the driver. Like if we are using MySQL, so we have to do like download the driver of MySQL. Then we will prepare some query. Then we will like prepared statement, non-prepared statement. Then we have prepared a query. Then we will have the data from the database to a result set, and from result set we can like create like use that data.
Okay. 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 So next, can you tell me about what are the various data structures are available?
Actually, data structure is divided into two parts: linear data structure and non-linear data structure. So, in linear data structures, we have linked list, stack, queue mainly, and in non-linear data structures, we have trees and graph.
Okay. Okay. Then what is algorithm?
The algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve any problem.
Okay. Then what is the need of this algorithm analysis? What?
So, analysis like
Yeah.
time complexity.
Yeah. Means what is the need of these algorithms?
Sir, actually, if I am a programmer and I have written some code, so it's not like I am the only one who is using that program. I have to send these codes or this program to another developer or even any other person. So for their understanding, we write a proper like step-by-step code that what I have done in this line, why are we using this line, what is the time complexity of this code. So these information we pass from developer to developer. Mainly for that we use algorithms.
Okay. Okay. And so have you used any of your data structure concept in the project?
Sir, I have used array list,
Okay.
like only array list, I must say. But I know all the implementations of data structure, especially linear data structure.
Okay. Do you know any the approaches to develop the algorithms?
Sir, I don't, I'm not sure about it, but I have heard that there are some algorithms like approaches like brute force, and there is dynamic programming, there is a greedy approach.
Yeah.
So I know what is brute force and dynamic programming.
Yeah. Means these approaches are used to develop the algorithms.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So can you tell me what is dynamic programming?
Sir, dynamic programming is basically a mixture of recursion and memoization. So recursion is function calling itself. But what happens in reality is if function is calling itself, it actually increase the complexity of program. So we use a like a term which is memoization, in which before calling another function, it will first check that okay, if there is already this function is called, like we already have output of this function. If it is that present here, then we'll not go further. If it is not present, then we'll go further. So it's like that.
Can you give me some examples of dynamic programming algorithms?
Sir, example will be, um, for example, we have a question. Actually, I'm not able to recall that example. I have just done 2 days before, but I'm not able to recall it.
Okay, means like a knapsack problem, Fibonacci number series, or
Okay,
Tower of Onai, etc.
so for example, Fibonacci series, if we talk about, so what happens in recursion? I will go step by step, like from brute force. So what happens in Fibonacci series is we have a number. So what we do is we call that function 3 times or 2 times. First, like if n is a number like 3, so we want to have the number of Fibonacci series. So what we'll do is we'll add first number plus second number, then we'll get the third number of Fibonacci series. So what we do generally in recursion is we call the same function many times for like every number. So with the help of dynamic programming, what we can do is we can prepare an array which will have like, for zeroth position we have this number, for one position this number. So when next time if I try to like call the same function for the same number, then it will first check in an array that okay, so second index it is already present, so I should not like again call this function, and I can directly take value from there. So it is an example of dynamic programming.
Okay. Can you tell me what is a linked list?
Yes, sir. Sir, a linked list is basically just like array list, but it is non-contiguous. Like in if I talk about Java, so what happens in Java is first we create a node class, which is the main class. Actually, it's a data. So inside node we have a data in integer format, character format, any format, and there and after that we have reference to next node, and there we have a constructor in which we are creating new node. So if you allow me, then I can implement it also, so that it will be easy to explain.
Yeah.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Should I use it online compiler or any?
Yeah. You can use online compiler. No problem.
Okay. Is it visible, sir?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
So first, what we do is mainly we create a class which is called node. So like for suppose we are making a node for integer data. So here we'll store data, and in the next line we are having a reference to next node, which is very important. And then we'll have a constructor which will take data and assign to a new node. This dot data is equals to data, and just that. And here is our main class, which is linked list. So the most important part of the linked list is its head, because we don't want to lose head. So first and foremost, we will create a node which is head, so that we will have a reference of head, and just we'll start writing data. And also we can take a variable which is size, so that we can have count of how big our linked list is, and we'll initialize to 0. First, we will make a function which is add, which will return nothing, but it will just add in data. Now first step we will check if head is equals to null, because if linked list is null, so there is like there's nothing to worry about. Like we don't have to traverse, we just put the value in head. So we'll check if head is equals to null, then we'll put head. Before that I should create like new node for that. Node to head is equals to new node, where we are sending data, and this data will be called this constructor, parameterized constructor. So we'll have a new node which have the data, but is here next is null. So we'll check, okay, head is equals to null. If head is null, we'll assign the value of the node to this. Goes like this. Now if it is not null, then next step what we'll do is we'll create a temporary variable, so that we can traverse through linked list, and we'll also don't want to lose the head pointer. That's why. So we are creating a node temp which is equals to head for now. Then what we'll do is we'll have a while loop, and there we'll check if temp.next is not equals to null. That means there is a node
Yeah.
after this node. So we'll just traverse through it. If it is not equals to null, we'll do just temp is equals to temp.next. We'll move temp to one by one. Temp.next. And the moment we got temp.next is equals to null, it means that it is a link. There is a linked list 1, 2, 3, and now
Yeah.
we are on 3, and after 3 there is null. So we'll assign temp.next.
Can you just maximize your browser? Plus,
Maximum.
control plus plus.
Okay. Now is it visible?
Yeah, yeah. Fine.
Temp.next is equals to 2L. So should I repeat the process again?
No, 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 no problem. No need.
Okay. So here we have added the like linked list successfully. Now we will make a function for printing the void print linked list. So here again we will check if add is equals to null. Then it will throw an exception, which will be empty. And we are not using try catch here. We are just simply throwing it to the main function. So if head is equals to not null is not equals to null, then we'll again have a node temp, which will have the reference of head. On the next step, what we'll do is we'll just check while. What I can do is temp. Again, it will go to head. It will first print value if temp is not equals to null. So what we can do is we can check if temp is not equals to null. That means it has data. So we'll simply print that data temp dot data, and on the next step we will just move pointer towards right temp dot next, and after this will let's do this. Okay, so let me just try it by using any test case. So we will create link list is equals to new list. So first we'll add some variable list dot add 1, 2, 3. And now let's try this dot print. Should work now. Okay, so first I have to try handle the exception also. I'm just simply doing the exception. So let me run it once. Okay, so it's on an infinite loop, I guess.
Yeah.
I've made a mistake somewhere.
Okay. Can you do one more thing? Can you swap? You take some list of items and swap first and last numbers.
In a linked list.
Yeah. Or you take 5 elements. Okay.
Okay.
You take 5 elements and you swap first and last elements.
I take first and last element. First and last element. What I can do is
Like suppose a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can swap 5 and 1.
so I'm getting the logic. So it's like if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so it will now become 5, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Yeah, yeah.
So what we can do before coding, I should like to like tell my approach. So it will be like what I'll do is I will store the value of head to a integer data type, or I will store a node in a temp variable, and then I'll start reversing to the last node, and then in the last node I will assign the first node that I have stored into the last node. Right? But I'm not actually getting why this is not giving me output.
No, no problem. Okay.
So I should code it, right?
Yeah, if possible, you can do. Otherwise, no problem.
So can I use the inbuilt library linked list?
Yeah, yeah.
It will be okay.
So you
So,
are
but
good in Java programming language.
yes, like I do a lead
Okay.
code. I
Yeah.
solve questions on lead code.
Okay, okay. What about other programming language? C, Python, and all.
Actually, I started from Java, and I am still in Java. But yes, I tried learning C and C++, and once I've learned also, but I stopped practicing it. So that's why I'm not confident on that languages.
Okay, so you're good in Java.
Java. So should I stop? Like,
Okay, you can stop, no problem. Yeah. Can you tell me some sorting algorithms in data structure?
yes, sir. So we have bubble sort, we have merge sort, we have insertion sort, we have. I am not able to recall the names of all the sorting algorithm, but mainly I can recall bubble, insertion, merge sort.
Okay, how this insertion sort is different than the selection sort?
Actually, sorting I haven't done. Like I don't know much about sorting. I actually use the predefined classes of Java for sorting, but I'll go through it.
Okay, and what about graphs? What is graph?
Actually, I haven't learned non-linear data structures. I'm learning tree.
Okay, then what is tree?
So a tree is basically a non-linear data structure, like in which the data is very non-contiguous. Like normal tree structure, we have like there is a root node, there is the child node, and child node have their child node. So it's like a hierarchical structure, and we implement tree using recursion.
So here tree means it is like a connected graph with a loop or without loop.
Uh,
Is it having any loops?
so I'm not
Tree.
getting a question.
No, means a tree means it is a connected graph, right? Uh, so
Connected nodes kind of.
nodes connected, and whether is it having any loop, connected loop? Nodes are connected in a loop structure.
No, sir, I don't know
Okay,
about
okay.
this.
What is binary tree?
Sir, binary tree is a tree like parent child have two children. Oh, parent has two children, and that children is someone's parent, and that have two children. So every parent has two children. This type of structure we call it as a binary tree. This type of tree.
Okay, and what is binary search tree?
I don't know, sir.
Okay, and do you know tree traversal?
Yes, sir. Like there are three type of tree traversal, which is in order, pre-order, and post-order.
Okay, can you explain? Is it possible with example?
Should I make a
Yeah,
implementer tree?
no, like nodes and sub nodes and all. By taking
Okay.
some nodes, is it possible to explain all the in order, pre-order, post-order?
So for now, I can recall in order, like so in order traversal will be like there is a tree which has root node two and two has two like sub nodes which is one.
Can you use the paint node, paint
Okay,
application?
I've never used, but I'll try.
Yeah.
Like where can I use pen? Okay, so for now there's a node two.
No,
It
you
has.
can share the screen.
Acha, okay, I have not
Yeah,
shared this.
yeah.
Sorry. So it's visible, sir.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Huh. So like this is a root node. It has two children, there are three, and here is four, and three has like seven. It has left child like six. So what happens in order traversal it is first it will go to extreme left. Okay, so first seven will print. Then it will go to three and it will check okay if there is any right. So no, so it will print three. Again it will check okay so there is no right to the three, so it will go to two and it will print two. Then it will go to four, and after four it will go to extreme left, so six. Then it will check okay so if there is any left node to six, no, so it will just print six. And then it will come back to four, and then it will check okay is there any right node, no, so it will print four. Then at last this is like the in order traversal.
Okay. You take one more page here in the new page in the paint.
Okay.
Okay, write on a plus b,
Okay.
a plus b into means you put a bracket, a plus b in bracket. Okay, and into, that is star. Okay, then c in the bracket c plus d. Can you write prefix and postfix of this notation?
I can try, sir. So here it will be like, it goes like, first we will solve this, and we'll solve this will be like a b plus star c d. So it is like I'm writing prefix, oh, postfix. Now what will happen is a b. Sir, I'm getting confused here actually.
No,
I don't know much.
it's a AB plus, then
CD,
CD plus and star.
yes.
What about prefix?
The prefix will be opposite of this. Like it will goes like, if I remove this, so it will be like plus before the AB, and here same. It like plus will be here, and
No, with the precedence, like first the star will come.
okay, okay, sir. Sorry.
Okay, okay, okay. You can stop the like.
So
Okay,
actually, I'm not. To be honest, I'm not good with prefix and fix.
yeah, and can you tell me, sir, or some topology types in
Sir,
computer network?
okay. So mainly, sir, topologies in network computer networks are star, mesh, bus, and ring. So should I give
Yeah,
a brief about
yeah.
them? So star topology is like all the devices, or we can call it as nodes, are connected to a single device or single node. So it is star topology. So ring topology will be every node or every device is connected to two other devices, and that device is also connected to two other devices. So it will create like a ring type structure. That's why we call it as a ring topology. Next, we have bus topology. So what happens in bus is all the devices are connected through a common cable, which we call also a bus. So they are all connected to a common cable. It's a bus. And mesh is something like every node is connected to other node individually. So it's like very messy kind of structure.
And what about like the OSI model layers?
I don't know much about the OSI layer, but I know there are 7 layers. Like um, I'm not able to recall it. Application layer, then we have presentation layer, then we have session layer, then we have transport layer, then we have network layer, and there are 2 layers more. I'm not able to recall their names.
Okay. Can you tell me in application layer what are the different protocols?
There is HTTP, HTTPS. HTTP is a hyper text transfer protocol, and HTTPS is a little secure version of HTTP. It is a hyper text transfer protocol secure.
Yeah. Then
I know only two.
okay. What about TCP/IP model?
The TCP IP model is like advanced version of OSI model. It has 4 layers: transport, no, link layer, transport, application layer. Actually, I don't know much about TCP and this.
Okay. Okay. Uh, and what about the like the data type in physical layer, data link layer? What type of data is transmitted?
So I don't know.
Okay. What is DNS?
So I don't know.
Domain name system. What is
So
domain
actually, I
name?
haven't learned computer networks yet,
Okay.
but I'll go through it.
What about the router, gateway, and all?
I don't know much about this. I
Okay.
know some basic terms like IPv4 and
Okay. What is the address size of IPv4?
sir, it's maximum 255 and 32-bit dynamic. Like it, IPv4 is a 32-bit dynamic network, and it has octates of four, like four of eight, 8 bits of 4 octet. It has, and it has 6 classes.
Can you
AP.
check IP address of your system now? You just
Uh,
check it out in the command
maybe
prompt.
maybe using IP config
Yeah,
command.
yeah, you can check it out now.
Okay. Should I share my screen?
No, 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 don't share. Don't share because it's a confidential your IP address.
IP config. So it is saying IPv4 address 192.168.1.50.
So what is the total size?
Total size. I don't know how to add.
And do you know IPv6?
No, sir.
Okay. So IPv4 is a 32-bit address and IPv6 a 128-bit address. Okay.
Okay.
The okay. Then come to some scheduling algorithm in operating system. Do you know scheduling algorithms?
Sir, I know some of the scheduling algorithm, like shortest job first.
Okay.
So what it does is like there is a queue of processes. So the smallest process, which will take the smallest CPU time, will be assigned the resources first. So it's a shortest job first, and I'm not able to recall.
Okay.
I haven't learned actually OS and computer network that much.
What are the types of operating system?
Batch OS system, multi-programming, and multitasking, real time. I know
Yeah.
just basic names. So,
Okay. 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 So why you want to join persistent company?
sir, actually, from my first year, I was like very crazy for this company because in my college, they are very like lots of company came for placement in my. So I have talked to many seniors. So from first year, like they were like persistent is the best company. So I started searching about okay. So I've read many reviews in Quora how your life was after joining persistent. So actually, what I want is I want a competitive environment where I can grow myself as well as I can grow company also. So I want to become an asset, a competitive person to this company. So I think Persistent will be the best company for me.
Okay.
That is why I want to join.
Okay. Uh, so suppose like now it is for a base package you are selected 4.71, and suppose if you like if you get some other company, like because nowadays all the companies they are providing some upgradation test also. Okay. Do you know upgradation test that is provided by various company like
Yes, yes, sir.
Wipro also providing
Wipro
Turbo,
Turbo. Yes,
and even TCS also providing digital. And suppose if you are like if you are not selected now the I think persistent is already completed their process for advanced coding. Okay.
yes,
uh, so now you are the final means now you have to appear for the interview for the base package. Okay, once you are selected, and after because still 1 year time is there. So in this 1 year duration you will get various company different companies. Okay. So what you do that time, whether you will stick with the persistent or you want to jump to the other companies with that paying high amount.
sir. Actually, money is not the most important thing for me. What I want, as I already said, is an environment, a challenging environment, and like opportunities. And I know one thing for sure: if I compare Persistent with any other company, then Persistent is best in this case. Like they will give you opportunities. This company gives, like I have heard from many of my seniors, and I've also very like I read answers on Quora also. So this company really like cares about their employees
Okay.
and they give opportunities to employees. So money is nothing. Money is like everybody can earn in future, but the most important thing for me is opportunities and environment, like technical environment. So I don't want to like say bad about other companies, but
Okay.
if
Okay.
I compare with Persistent, it is best.
Okay. So can you tell me what are the qualities that you have so that why I should hire? Okay.
Okay. Sir, over the years, I have acquired some relevant skill which I shall bring to this company. But I'm very consistent kind of person, and I have like an attitude like until the work I finish the work, I will not move from my place. And also, although I'm a fresher, but I know one thing about myself that I'll give my 100%
Okay. Okay. Can you tell me some example that where I can like agree with your answer?
for consistency.
Yeah, consistency and like the completion of the work.
Okay. So, sir, for consistency, I have an example. Like, if I talk about any competitive coding platforms, so there's a platform named LeetCode. So I have started doing questions on lead code like 3 or 4 months before. And starting, you can see my like profile that I was not able to solve like, many of questions. So I was literally in the starting. At the starting, I was not able to complete the questions, but I didn't lose the hope, and I consistently work upon it. And today, I have completed like 150 questions from lead code.
Okay,
So I think
good.
that's the example of.
What about other platform? Have you gone through Hacker Rank?
Sir, actually, first I went to the hacker ring. So, like one of my seniors, I have a talk with him. So he suggested me if you are preparing for like interviews near, so you should go for lead code. That's
Okay,
why I started doing lead code, and I'm still doing it. I'm not perfect in that only.
okay. Then what are your future goals?
As I said, I would just want to become an like competitive asset and a knowledgeable person to this company. I want to grow together, like me and this company. I want to grow together. I want myself like to be very doing very good at professionally. And actually, I'm a forever learner, so I know about myself that I'll never stop learning. Even it is
Okay.
5 years or 10 years, I'll be learning new things.
Okay. So from last 1.5 year in this pandemic, so have you visited your college?
Yes, sir. Actually, just before the second wave of Corona, college arranged some classes, TNP classes, especially to the people who are who was going to face interview.
Yeah.
So, like it was 1 week classes. After that, second wave came. So we
Okay.
have attended like with full safety.
Okay. So so means you attended means some few days in the college. Okay.
Yes, for 1 week.
So what you did in the last 1.5 year?
Sir, actually, for some people, COVID was bad, but for me, it was blessing. Actually, before COVID time, due to college and because of college, we are not like get so much time for learning and exploring ourselves. But due to COVID pandemic, the main love that I have for technology, the passion I get for technology is due to COVID pandemic. After pandemic only, I started like learning new technologies. Before I was like, okay, I just want to get placed, so I learn just this thing. But I didn't know that I am like that geek for technology. So after COVID pandemic, I started learning. And one thing I want to say that before COVID, I used to think that we can't learn from online platforms. We have to go to like a shift or from coaching. We have to like take a rent house for rent near coaching centers. So it's like that. But after COVID only, I get to realize that online platforms are the best thing for learning any technology. We don't even have to pay for anything. Like YouTube, if we talk about, it has each and every thing in YouTube, so we can learn anything. So I have learned lots of things, and all the knowledge that I have today is only after
Okay.
learning after COVID.
Okay. So your major strength is self-learning now.
Yes,
Okay.
YouTube,
Okay.
especially.
So do you have any weakness?
Yes, sir, I have weakness. So, sir, what happens is, like if I'm working on some project or anything, like I'm making a project or anything. So what happens with me is if I get any error in between and I stuck in between. So what happens with me, I forget every other thing. Like I didn't even take my meals and I don't move from my position until that problem is solved. And I think that is not good for my fitness.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay. Devang, as you are good in your communication as you are a CBSE student. I've gone through your resume. So just I don't know why you are requested for mock interview as you are good as
Sir,
you're
actually I have a
technically
doubt.
and
Can I ask?
yeah, yeah.
Sir, actually I'm not good with computer network and operating system.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, the thing what happens is for freshers, the company they won't expect more thing like the cutting edge technology and all. Just like the how the student has understood the basic concepts. Okay, because the computer networking, these concepts, basic concept like what is LAN, what is WAN, wide area network, means you should know. Like for a organization, there is a local area network.
Yes,
For
sir.
a city, it is a metropolitan man. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so likewise some basic concepts you should know like protocols. Okay,
Yes, sir.
And the interviewer also, they expect only basic concepts like these algorithms and all, where you are applying those the data structure concepts, algorithms and all. What you do, try to revise some, because you are already gone through in the second year and third year. So
Yes,
try
sir.
to revise because the at least you should know, okay, basic
Basic
concepts.
definitions of all of them.
Yeah, definition, and try to understand some concept, because like you are explained very well with the topology and all, how. Okay, so in that way only you like in the linked list concepts you are explained. The Okay, so you have good the self learning skills, and also you can explain very well to others also. So
Yes,
you
sir.
have, yeah, you have that skill. And just revise the concepts, and also the software engineering, software testing, also testing concept also you go through. Okay, and they mainly focus on the project. So project, you go in depth. Okay,
Yes, sir.
the architecture of your project, and
MVC,
maybe,
like I have used MVC, so I have to learn whole thing and JDVC thoroughly.
yeah, yeah. Because what happens, it is depend upon you how you take the interviewer.
Yes, sir.
Suppose if you are unable to answer the questions, next question, then the interview will ask some different questions. He will means again, he will continuously he will change his topics. Suppose if you are thoroughly, if you are explaining on projects, then he will go in depth on particular project or any subject. Okay, because there will be some time limit. He won't extend 1 hour or
Oh,
2 hour. Okay, so, and also like your communication and everything, it is very good. Okay, no
thank
problem.
you,
just
sir.
just you revise it. Okay, you have good future in software industry. Just you like focus on this. Okay, now do you have any plan for higher education?
Sir, actually, I'm thinking that after 1 or 2 years of earning money, I'm thinking of taking some loan and go for MS,
Okay,
because
good.
I'm not came from a very rich family. For
Okay, okay, okay.
that's why I'm
No
thinking.
problem. No, actually, in MS and MBA and all, they consider the experience also. So
Uh,
you should take a experience of 1 or 2
mm,
year, and then you can decide. That is not a big issue. Okay.
Sir, one doubt I have.
Yeah,
Sir, like in data structures, I'm not good with non-linear data structures, trees and
yeah,
graph.
yeah.
So should I say that I'm like data structure? Or I just
No, no,
I should not.
no, you don't say like I don't know and all. You just say that I will go through that, because it is not a difficult task. Once
Mhm,
you revise, you will understand. Okay, and try to go through like that Ravindra Raul YouTube channel is there.
mhm.
Okay, Ravindra Raul RBR Uncode that YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
So they prepare means they teach for gate students. Okay, it is, and there are so many videos are available on data structure, computer networking, and all operating system, and they are explained very well. Okay, Uncode, the channel name is Uncode.
And
You
code.
just
Okay.
go through that, so you will understand each point, the things very simple. Okay, simple way. Okay, so all the best for your interview, and you just communicate after your interview.
Okay,
Okay.
sir, for sure. Just after the interview, you will be the first person whom I'm messaging.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Thanks
all
a
the
lot,
best.
sir. Sir, it really means a lot to me, sir. Thanks a lot.
No, it is nice interaction. Actually, I used to interact with my students, but
Okay.
it is the first time I'm interacting with the student from outside college.
Outside.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, I haven't given any interview in my life before. Like it was my first interview.
Okay. Okay. No, it was the
Not
best.
even mock interview. It is my first interview.
Okay. 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 Thank
So
you.
I was a bit nervous, but
Yeah. Yeah.
thanks a
No.
lot,
No.
sir.
No. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye.